hi my gorgeous Librans, I'm sorry I just dropped my card and I'm really disorganized because I don't know how long I'm doing your reading for. Hold on a second, I'm going to check the calendar. Blimey. How are you? Are you well? Oh my god, you guys, your last video, 3.3 thousand views. I'm totally blown away. I can't even express how touched I am. I genuinely can't. I'm just like, I keep looking at it and I'm kind of welling up, and I'm a bit like, oh my god. Sorry, the computer's just frozen, so I don't know what's going on. Oh, goodness me. Right, we're doing your reading from the 19th to the 23rd of February 2018. Right, 3.3 thousand views. Guys, honestly, you have my heart. You have my heart. You are my moon sign anyway, so you've all kind of had my heart. But you genuinely have. I am so touched. The channel has just rocketed in the last kind of 2 weeks. We've gone up from, I think I've had 280 new subscribers, 3 videos that have gone over 1,000 views, and yours was just like, it's I don't know what it is at the moment, but it's over 3,000. So thank you from the absolute bottom of my heart. What I wanted to say was, I want to say thank you, so I want to do an extra reading. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you guys to tell me what you want me to do. Okay, I'm going to ask everyone, but I'm going to ask you guys. You get extra brownie points. What you want me to do. So do you want a career reading? Do you want an is your ex coming back reading? Do you want a love reading? There is a love reading up for February, for Valentine's Day anyway. Do you want a love reading? Do you want, I don't know, a spirituality reading? What do you want? Do you want me to run a little kind of mini course for you on the different cards? What would you like me to do? So if you let me know, I will do that. Okay, I am more than happy to do that. So just as a thank you to you all, because I am so touched, genuinely touched. I have some of the most amazing people watching these videos. The comments that I get are beautiful. So yeah, okay. Alright, I'm going to shut up now. And on that note, if you can like, share, subscribe and comment, I would very much appreciate it. Yeah, if you can do that, that would be amazing. If you could just let me know what you would like as well. Right, so this is your reading, okay? So this is Libra from, what did I just say, the 17th? 17th. Oh my god, I've forgotten now. The 17th to the 23rd of February 2018. Oh, blimey. At least you don't watch for professionalism or someone who's really organised, because you know that I'm not. Right, Gilded Tarot, Ciro Marchetti, Fairy Tarot deck, Doreen Butcher and Radley Valentine, and probably Tarot Sexual Magic too, depending on how the reading goes out. But it's in all of my readings now, so pretty much. Got a hidden card, my darlings. What don't you know? What don't you know? I love doing your readings as well, because it's the same as mine. I had a weird old week though. I did have the Ace of Cups come in last week, and it was pretty much as the reading went. Yeah, King of Cups, Knight of Cups. Yeah, it was pretty much that, to be honest. Right, okay, we have the Moon card. So you could be showing up at, no, you wouldn't be showing up in your own reading. You could be, because it's air sign energy as well, but it's water sign energy there too. If you've got water in your chart, I think you're feeling quite watery at the moment. Quite possibly. We have the Six of Wands, so you may be feeling quite triumphant, I hope. We have the Emperor. And the Six of Wands is moving towards the Emperor as well. No, I'm not taking 2 hidden cards, sorry guys. The Six of Wands is moving towards the Emperor, so you may be feeling quite triumphant, moving towards a fire sign. Or maybe moving towards kind of ultimate success, because the Emperor is pretty much like the most successful card in the deck. So perhaps you're moving towards that. You're just throwing cards all over the floor. Oh my goodness gracious me, I'm putting them back in the deck there. They are the Ace of Swords, which is the big Triumph card, and there is the Nine of Pentacles as well. Some of you are focusing on something that is going to bring you long-term stability, and that makes sense if you're moving towards the Emperor. If you're becoming the Emperor, you may be focusing on your money at the moment. Or whatever it is that would make you feel like the Emperor, you know. Maybe you're taking your leadership role as well in something. For some of you, it may be a promotion at work, and you're the boss, and you're getting more money. Yay! For some of you, you're waiting to hear about that, and this week you hear, which is awesome. Well, I'm saying it's awesome. We haven't seen whether you get it yet or not. I'm hoping that you do. You're not going to be very pleased with me if you don't. It's not my fault, it's the guys upstairs. It's got nothing to do with me. Oh my god, there's a judgment. No, stop it. Oh my god. Okay, we have the judgment and we have justice. So, it's kind of leaving us hanging, guys. I'm not having that. I'm not having that. They're just taking the mickey now. Look what they've just given me. So you may be feeling overburdened. You may be having sleepless nights. Yes, we're aware of that. So what's the outcome going to be? Oh my God. Yes, look at that. Look at that. Long-term stability, security, social everything, and the Ace of Pentacles, the opportunity for something new. Let's hope. Let's hope, let's hope, let's hope. Right, I'm going to leave those because there are other cards in the deck, but actually what I want to see. Remember, it's the opportunity for something new, okay, for long-term stability and security. It is the opportunity for it. What you need to do then is decide what you're going to do with it. Okay, so let's go, let's go. It's absolutely pouring down outside. And you know I've just had all the builders and stuff in. If you've been watching before, you'll know I've had all the builders and stuff in. And one of the things that's the problem is the fact that we've got a leak in the living room roof. And we're going to have to strip the entire balcony back. And we can't do it until the weather changes. So at the moment I've got water coming through my ceiling as I'm sitting here, which is very, very depressing. But we can't do anything about it until the weather changes. And it's blowing a storm out there right now. But nonetheless, we keep smiling, Libra, don't we? We keep smiling. We put our smile on and we're all good. Actually, I'm extremely happy, so. Right, 2 of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do. Yes. The High Priestess, trusting your intuition. You have 2 twos. So you have decisions to make, guys. You have decisions to make. The 5 of Spring. Oh, interesting. That's not... Wasn't expecting to see that. The 8 of Summer. Desire for a more meaningful life. Realising it's time to move on. Choosing to make major life changes. And the Sun. I think some of you have made major life changes because now you have the Sun. Or you're making major life changes so you get the Sun. Right, you have the 10 of Winter. Okay, the 10 of Swords is that kind of stabbed in the back card. Okay, it's a step up from this. So you have the 9 of Swords, then you have the 10 of Swords. So you may have had this. You may have been feeling overburdened. Okay, I thought I'd just seen that card as well in the other. Oh, maybe not. And then you have the Ten of Winter. So you have the Nine of Swords, and actually you have the Nine of Swords underneath this as well. But we'll do the 10 first. And it says, resolution of difficulties, a weight lifted off your shoulders. Look, weight lifted off your shoulders. Codependency, end of codependency, or an addiction. We are massively shedding stuff at the moment. The new moon that just went past, I was reading about it last night, sorry, the full moon that just went past, you know, the big super blood whatever moon. I was reading about it last night, and it was saying that this is the time to kind of let go of things, and it's the end of the lunar cycle. So anything that happened in the last, I think it's the last 6 months, so it's connected to things that happened last February and happened last August. So you have that cycle, and we're coming to the end of it. So if you had, like me, a really, really crappy time last year was absolutely abysmal for me, probably the worst year of my life, I think. But it led me to this, so I'm so happy. But it's the end of that cycle. So if you've been holding on to stuff from back then, my lights are flickering, I need to get the electrician in. If that was the case, that you had a really awful year last year, then now is the time that it starts to drop away, which is absolutely incredible. I'm feeling the weight lifted off me. The things that were bothering me, the things that were upsetting me are just lifting, and it's just absolutely beautiful time at the moment. So I'm feeling incredibly grateful for life in general. Right, yes. Oh, and we wanted to read the Nine of Winter as well, didn't we? Where did it go? We just had it like 2 seconds ago. Okay, I'm not being crazy. You guys saw it too, didn't you? I don't know where it's gone. I don't know where it's gone. It's disappeared. So maybe that's the whole point. Maybe that is the whole point, is that this is disappearing. These sleepless nights are just disappearing. They're just going. For some of you, you need to do something about it. For some of you, you don't. For some of you, you just bloody feel better, which is the truth for me. Right. Then we have, right, I'm going to clarify these. We have the Lovers. How nice. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, we have a hidden one. Exciting. We have a hidden one on top of the Five of Spring, though, and the Five of Spring is the only card in this deck that doesn't seem to fit. It doesn't seem to fit. Everything else seems to be going okay, apart from that. But I wonder if that's in the past. You have the Ten of Swords in this deck as well. It's a Sextual Tarot deck. You have the Ten of Swords in this, but if you remember in the other one it was different as well. So what I'm going to do is pull those two together and read them together and see what comes out. Okay, Six of Swords. And bottom of the deck we have the Knave of Wands. We love the Knave of Wands. I know fire signs are lovely. Okay, they are lovely. I've got Aries as my ascendant, and they are lovely. But the Knight of Wands, I don't know what he's been up to at the moment, but he's being a total pain in the bottom. Right, but this is the Knave of Wands. Eccentricities of character do not necessarily lead to unreliability. You must look beyond appearances to see the essence of the feelings. Okay, I'll read it to you again. It says it's called Abandon, the Magic of the Olive Branches. So I wonder whether some of you, maybe this is someone that you left and you were making peace with, because we have the olive branch. The eccentricities of character do not necessarily lead to unreliability. You must look beyond appearances to see the essence of the feelings. Maybe you've misjudged someone. perhaps. And maybe there can be resolution of it. Maybe not, but maybe. Us going from one card, I can't really judge anything from one card. Right, we have the Lovers. Nature is an unerring guide. Plants and animals are examples to be imitated. Magic perfume seduces and sustains us in important sentimental choices. Maybe you're really into someone who just smells really good. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe they just smell really damn good. But it's the Lovers as well, you know, so what can you say? Maybe they just smell good. The Knight of Pentacles. I did actually date someone who, like, that was probably the main attraction to them. Is, oh my god, they just smell so good. Yeah, it was really, really weird. It was really weird. So, Knight of Pentacles. I think I've had too much coffee today. Right, Knight of Pentacles, discontent. Magic of the green lemon. I love these cards. Waiting allows the desired fruit to ripen, whilst haste makes every chalice bitter. Maybe you need to get to know this person, okay? Maybe you have misjudged this person who smells amazing. Maybe you've misjudged them. And you need to take, or they've misjudged you and you smell beautiful, which is probably very likely. Maybe one or the other has misjudged the other one. And maybe you need to take some time to get to know this person in order to kind of understand their true character. Now, the hidden card that we have is the Chariot. So this is something that you don't know, or something that the other person doesn't know. Okay. To conquer a rival, you must change tactic and perspective, faking a retreat and then staging a forceful surprise act. Perhaps for some reason you guys separated, okay? Perhaps for some reason you guys separated and someone just turns up on your doorstep smelling really good. Or you go around to their house and they're baking cookies and you're just like, whoa, baking cookies, that smells amazing, and you just fall in love there and then. The energy of this is like really playful as well, you know. Squeezing, the magic of the tears. And we've just said there's been this separation and perhaps this person has come back. Or perhaps making this time out. You know, I said about like maybe you need to stop and get to know this person. Maybe the time that you've had apart has actually made you both realise how important it is to you. So now that when you're getting back together, it's feeling better. It's kind of, you've had to have that time apart in order for things to kind of work out. And then they come back and they smell so good. Even pain can be transformed into power. You mustn't flee from emotions, but rather use them to find the true essence of our desires. Okay. Maybe it really bloody hurt. Maybe it really hurt when you had this time apart. And that's why you had the sleepless nights. Maybe they did do something that made you feel the Ten of Swords. Maybe you've been reminiscing on this, you know. Maybe you look back all the time since this person's left, you know. And it's not even like it was just a change. It was like, for some of you, it may have felt like death. You know, it may really genuinely have felt like death, but you've managed to get yourself together again. And you're there and you're okay, you know. And then we have the Knight of King of Pentacles. You may have been dealing with an earth sign. And maybe this earth sign is seeing that you're actually doing okay on your own and that you've got the Ten of Pentacles. And then suddenly the earth sign comes and goes, or the earth sign suddenly turns into the King of Cups and he's all lovey and lovey. For some of you, it's like you're withholding your cup. He's looking at you, yeah? Maybe he's looking at you, or you're looking at them, because it could go the other way around. You could have been the one that did this for someone. And the King of Cups is looking at the King of the Page of Wands, Page of Cups, and maybe the Page of Cups is like, I'm keeping my cup. I'm keeping my cup because you did all this stuff. and I'm keeping my cup. Yeah, I'm quite happy now. I am the Nine of Pentacles, and I'm quite happy now. I'm financially stable. I'm all those things. No. Okay. And maybe this person gets down on one knee, and they're just like, I had so much going on, but I love you. Look how much I've clinged on to you. Clung on to you. You know, maybe they did get down on one knee and go, I love you and I want to marry you. And that's where you get the Ace of Pentacles and the Hierophant. And for some of you, you just love it. You can build that one into the story yourself. Okay, I'm not going there. Yeah, but enjoy it. And then you're waiting. You know, maybe you've been waiting for this person to come back, and maybe they did do this, but there is this waiting here. And then it's just like you get pages of messengers, you know, pages of messengers, and it could be someone who's a younger air sign, it could be someone who's a younger fire sign, whatever, but the pages of messengers. But we have this again. Now, was it you that had this? Yes, it was. Look, this is a kind of reiteration of the other one. No, it wasn't you. Who the heck just had it? Who've I just done? Cancer. If you're dealing with a Cancer, okay, if you're dealing with a Cancer, it's like they're facing each other, that they're facing away from each other. Yeah, we have truth and we have passion. They're facing away from each other, and what needs to happen is they need to go like that and face each other. And we just had this with the Cancer one. We had the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands, and basically they were facing away from each other. And it was just like, what is going on? There's love, there is passion. And it's like these two knights are just going in opposite directions. It's like, what the heck is that? For some of you, maybe the relationship initially was about love, and the other person, it was just about passion. Okay? Maybe that's what it was. And maybe now this person has seen the truth, that the other one just did want passion and maybe you're not interested. So that's why you're withholding your cup. But for others of you, we've got the down on one knee and the Ace of Pentacles and all that kind of stuff. So, very different storylines. Very different storylines. Yeah. There's a whole backstory in these cards. I can see the backstory, but I'm not going to go there because it's backstory. But we have the King of Summer again, look. We have the King of Cups again. So this could be the water sign. Devoted, honourable, mature, warm-hearted, a romantic partner you can trust. Excellent advice that comes from the heart. Getting involved in a cultural, creative endeavour. And then we have renewal. So I think for the majority of you, this person comes back in and you're just like, no. And he goes, but I love you. And you go, okay then. And then we get into the Lovers card and all that. So, enjoy it. Review the past and the present so you can plan a bright future. Understanding your life purpose. Releasing judgments of yourself and others. Ta-da! A new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. Yeah. Maybe this is an older water sign and a younger water sign. So if you've got water in your chart, maybe it's that. For some of you, it may even be this is a kind of relationship with your children that is coming back around. Okay, this is what I'm being told. Doesn't really fit into the cards, but the fact that we've had so many pages and we've had now the Princess as well. For some of you, it's about your children. Maybe you've had a challenging relationship with your children, and it's been causing you sleepless nights and all of those things, and then, you know, it's kind of getting resolved, which I really hope it is, yeah, and you have that stability and security, and you have your family back again, and it's about kind of like releasing the judgments of that. So if that's happening for you, I'm really, really pleased. I can't imagine anything worse than being in that situation with my children, that, you know, we were challenged that much, and I'm sure you feel the same way. So, right, we have, oh my God, we have the moon stuck to the table. So we haven't even touched the card yet, we're 25 minutes in. We have the moon. So there are things that are yet unknown. Things may be coming to light. You may be focusing on work. Everyone here is kind of focused on work. There's 3 people. Could be a third-party situation. Could be a couple and a crab. It's meant to be a crayfish, apparently, but it looks like a crab to me. I don't even know what a crayfish is. But there's emotion here. There is emotion here, and they're all standing in it. This is reminding me of the 3 of Swords right now, actually, in fairness. So yeah, it could well be a third-party situation. But things are starting to come to light. Then you have the 2 of Autumn, which is the 2 of Pentacles, which is a juggling card. So yes, it could well be a third-party situation. I always get third-party situations. I don't know why that is. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs and exceptional talent for multitasking. Well, fit that into your life where you like, but it is the 2 of Pentacles, so it's making a decision about something that's long-term, financially viable, and all of those things. Okay. So we'll see where that... And making it fun. I think this is the thing. It's like we have the Ace of Pentacles. But for some of you at this point, you're trying to decide what would be fun. What would it that you would really, really enjoy doing? You like being busy. You like kind of juggling. You like, you like multitasking. You're a busy bunny. But what is it that you'd really like to be doing? And whatever that is, do it. Do whatever it is that's emotionally fulfilling for you. Okay? This is, excuse me, this is the Ace of Pentacles. Make it the Ace of Cups too. We have the High Priestess. Now the High Priestess and the Moon together. Right? It's all about intuition. It's all about secrets. It's all about kind of like illumination. It's all about going inside, and it's all about connection to spirit, and it's all about those kind of things. Yeah, or connection to your higher self, or connection to your subconscious. All of those things. Yeah. But this is also, for me at the moment, this is a study card. Yeah. We have the Page of Pentacles, who is a student. Okay, but this is kind of like older studentness. The High Priestess is always learning. That's why she's got the book. So for some of you, it's like you're learning something new, which is going to make you triumphant. Okay, it's like you're choosing to learn something new. It's something that will be hopefully emotionally fulfilling for you. We had, who did we have? Oh my goodness, can't remember. Couple of readers, couple of videos that I've done for kind of last week and this week have been talking about going back to university, going to as a mature student. I think one of them might be in Sagittarius actually. Talking about going back to university as a mature student and trying to fit it into their life. So if that's something you're thinking of doing, go back and have a look at this. Then we have the Emperor, and maybe this is an earth sign, maybe this is a fire sign. This is meant to be a fire sign, particularly in Aries. Okay, and as I say, the 6 of Wands is moving towards the Aries. It could be a water sign moving towards the Aries. But this also for me is also the is Pentacles energy as well. So you could be dealing with someone who's got fire and earth in their chart. It's a fire sign card, but it's also an earth sign card to me, and it kind of signifies someone who's got fire and earth in their chart. So fire is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and earth is Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. I got it right. Yay! Go me! Opposing goals arising from differing opinions, feeling at odds with yourself, overly ambitious people. It's kind of weird because I don't understand where that card comes from. So we're going to read the Chariot again, because it's really strange. Maybe you've been arguing with this person in the past, which is what's given you the Knight of Swords and the 10 of Wands. Maybe arguing with this person has created that scenario for you. And we did have the kind of past card, and I did get the idea that this is past energy when I kind of went back to it. And maybe it's this person that has created those for you. To conquer a rival, you must change tactics and perspective, faking a retreat and then staging a powerful surprise attack. So, you were having arguments with this person. You went off. Quite frankly, you've got your life together, okay? And you're coming back on your horse with your social status. You're just as big as him now. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if you were standing in the crowd, you look how small those people standing in the crowd were. Look, now that you're on your horse, yeah, you're just as big as he is. And you're just like, and everyone loves you. And he's standing there by himself. So you're kind of on more equal terms, I think. The other one's overly ambitious people. And I don't mean that in a kind of nasty way. For some people, yes, you are facing up to someone who has really hurt you. It may not be a romantic relationship, maybe someone who's been bullying you at work or something. You know those kind of bosses that you have when you're kind of, well, perhaps when you're younger. They give you a really, really, really hard time. You know, they give you a really crappy time. And they're like overbearing and controlling and nasty and rude and all that kind of stuff. And then you go back and you're like, you're the equivalent of their boss. And you can just go back and go, yep, whatever. And that kind of gives you that really nice, it's slightly childish feeling of resolution, I think. So maybe that's for some of you, but maybe it sounds like this person gave you a really hard time. Whoever this person is gave you a really hard time, but now you're back and you're actually on equal terms with them. They're not bigger than you anymore. You know, you're on equal terms. You're on your horse. For some of you, you will be on your high horse about it, which is why you've got your kind of Page of Cups holding his cup back going, nope. What's that even your reading? Oh my god, I'm getting your reading and Cancer's reading mixed up really badly. I think you may be dealing with a Cancer, some of you. I think you may be dealing with a Cancer. Did we have that in here, or was it? Oh god, seriously. There is such a merging of energies between you two. I think you may be dealing with a Cancer. And that does actually show up in the Moon card as well, that there's that Cancer crab as well. So a lot of you, I think, may be dealing with a Cancer. Yeah. So you're focusing on whatever this Pentacle is that you want to manifest, okay? You have the opportunity for this Ace of Pentacles. You have your Pentacle. Yep. So that's it. You're making your money. Or you're doing whatever it is that's emotionally fulfilling for you. Not emotionally fulfilling for you. Yes, emotionally fulfilling for you. Because when we were talking about it earlier, it was like, this is the Ace of Pentacles. It's long-term and awesome. And it's financial. But also it's something that you love. And that's what you're doing here. Is you're focused on that. Eight of Summer. Maybe you go to see this person. This is the Eight of Cups. The desire for a more meaningful life, realising it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. For some of you, you're making major life changes, which is fair enough. But they're good ones. They're awesome ones. You're moving forward. You know, this guy is on his path, and you're moving forward. And you're not taking any baggage with you. You're perfectly just letting go of everything, and you're just walking off to go and find your way. And the path is quite clear in front of you. Yeah? The sun is there. If you look, the sun is shining. If you know the sun card in the tarot is basically the happiness card. And now we have the Ten of Swords and the Lovers together. So I'm going to read you that again. I don't know why they're together, but they are. Even pain can be transformed into power. You mustn't flee from emotions, but rather use them to find the true essence of our desires. For some of you, that pain that you were experiencing has taken you through an entire learning journey, and you have learned so much about yourself, about life, about everything else. And it's been amazing, and it's taken you back onto your path, and you've just like absolutely rocked it. Nature is an unerring guide. Plants and animals and examples to be imitated. Yeah. Magic perfume seduces and sustains us to an important sentimental choices. And getting magic perfume being like, the essence of like the life essence. What am I getting? What were you trying to tell me? Oh my god. It's really hard because they're giving me a feeling, but trying to get these feelings into words I can actually use is, you know when you walk into a garden and I was trying to explain it. You know when you walk into a garden and there's like a load of flowers that smell really, really good. And I'm getting flowers rather than, I love the smell of freshly cut grass, but it's not that. It's flowers. It's, you walk in and there is this essence of I don't know, flowers that smell nice. There's just this smell of flowers, okay, and mint I'm getting as well. And it's taking me back to my childhood. Sorry, this will be going somewhere, I hope. It's taking me back to my childhood because there was a lady who lived next door to us, an elderly lady who lived next door to us, or lived next door to my grandma, who had wild mint growing in her garden. And I used to go around and see Auntie Nellie, as her name was. I was just going to go and see Auntie Nellie. I was about 5. I'm going to go and see Auntie Nellie, and she must have been in her like late 80s. And I'd go and play in her garden, and I could just smell this mint, and it's that real kind of nostalgia smell. So I'm getting that story, and then I'm also getting like just walking into a garden where there is this smell of flowers, and the feeling that I'm getting is that what has helped you, if you can turn the way that you are kind of surrounded by, if you think of the smell as being kind of particles and molecules in the air, it's like, imagine, oh my god, they're getting really spiritual on me. I'm like, this, stop it, because I don't understand what you're talking about. It's like that spiritual kind of energy is acting like the flowers around you, and it's acting like the particles, you know, the particles of like spiritual energy. If you kind of put them in place of the smell of the particles of the flowers and the pleasure that that brings to you, it's like that. It's like you couldn't pick out any individual kind of flower smell. You just walk into this kind of cloud of smell that brings you pleasure, and this is kind of what it's saying. It's like this kind of universal energy, or whatever, the moon, or whatever is going on in our signs at the moment. There's just that energy is kind of like this cloud around us, which is just basically kind of like feeding in, almost kind of unseen, and just giving us pleasure. Does that make sense? I'm sorry, it's so hard to explain, but this is what they're saying to me, and I'm just like, yeah, I understand what you're saying, but how the hell do I put that into words? I'm just imagining walking into a garden and just being hit by this kind of, not hit by, you kind of, as you approach it, you kind of get hints of it, and then you kind of walk past a certain point and it's just there, the smell is just there, and it's everywhere, and it's just part of the environment, and it's, you couldn't tell which flower smells like which, and you couldn't, you know, it's like if you smell one particular flower, it's still a separate smell from the entire kind of cloud of it. So you can look at things individually, and they will be beautiful in themselves, but it's the kind of the whole is greater than the sum of its parts. Okay, Christ knows what any of that means. I hope that means something to somebody. I know what they're saying. It's like with me, it's just like nothing's particularly happened. Nothing has particularly happened. It's just there's been gradual little bits of things that have kind of changed over a period of time. But suddenly something just seems to have shifted in my head, and I've walked past that point, and suddenly like the energy has completely changed, and it's making me happy. And it feels like someone's kind of like taken the block away, and then it's just like the energy's completely changed. So, I don't know. I hope you're feeling that way too, because it's a lovely feeling. Right, so we have the 8 of Wands. I have no idea where we got to in terms of the storyline. I'm so sorry. Maybe you get a message. Maybe it makes you really happy. Then we have the Knight of Pentacles. So it could be from this Earth sign person, perhaps. I think we had this Earth sign, air sign, no, fire sign person, possibly. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Let's have a look. I really hope I explained that properly, because it was a really hard thing to try and put into words. Knight of Pentacles. I know I've already read these, but they're in different orders and they're together now, so it's really important. Knight of Pentacles. I'm very singy today as well. Waiting allows the desired fruit to ripen, while haste makes every chalice bitter. So maybe, for some of you, you want to message the person because it will make you happy, because you want to be happy. But it's saying wait. It's saying wait. For some of you, this person messages you. And maybe it's saying just take a little bit of time. I don't play games. In relationships, I don't play games. I think it's a complete waste of time. But maybe you need to kind of like resettle yourself, because when the sun comes in, we get all giddy and we get all silly, and you know, when you're really, really happy, you're kind of not thinking properly. So maybe it's saying take some time back, just kind of like hold on a little bit, just rebalance yourself. Yeah, you are a Libra, rebalance yourself before you decide how you're going to respond to this message, okay? Because we have the potential for the 5 of Swords here. And if you think about the 5 of Swords card in the Gilded Tarot deck, it's basically there are 3 people in there. There is the guy holding the sword, yeah, the guy who's got 4 swords under his arm, he's holding one, but there is also a guy behind him who is lying down, who's basically in the 10 of Swords position, yeah, and then you have the one who's in the 9 of Wands position, and then you have the guy standing there with the sword going, yay, I'm the winner. Okay, you could be any one of those 3, so you just need to just back off a little bit, okay, and just take some time. If this person messages you, just hold it just for a second and just breathe, is what I'm being told. Just hold it for a second and just breathe. You must overcome the fear of judgment, shame and sense of inadequacy. You must give yourself a good shake and take some risks. So yeah, give yourself a good old shake, you know, and just like, right, ooh, okay, don't go rushing in there, okay, don't go rushing in there, give yourself a good old shake, and then just kind of like, you take the risk. You either take the risk of telling this person to bugger off, or you take the risk of talking to this person, I think, one way or the other. Again, may not be a romantic relationship, maybe something completely different. It could be any kind of opportunity that comes in for you, and you get this message in, and it's just like, oh, okay, hold on a sec. And then you make a decision. And it might be about Virgo, because the Virgo card is underneath the Emperor, so it could be about Virgo. Then you have the 6 of Swords, so you go from the 5 of Swords to the 6 of Swords. And the Chariot. The 5 of Swords and the 6 of Swords. The reason I have to read it in here is because these are completely different meanings to the other ones, which is partly why I love them so much. And the reason I don't show you them is because I know some people get quite offended by the graphics on them. But you know what? I don't even really look anymore. Searching for new horizons involves a couple as it involves a single person. Outside of your daily routine lies the rest of the world. This will fit into your reading the way it's supposed to fit into your reading. Okay, this will vary for different people. Searching for new horizons Verbena in a brook. The magic of verbena in a brook. Does verbena... I don't even know what verbena is. Can I Google it? Is that really rude of me? If I Google it, is that really rude? Sorry, I really want to know. I want to know if it's smelly. I want to know if that's what I was smelling. Maybe that's why they smell. Sorry, that sounds really bad. Oh my god, this is like the longest reading ever. Verbena. Ooh, guys, this is spooky. Listen. Verbena is a genus of the family Verbenicae. It contains about 250 species of annual and perennial herbaceous or semi-woody flowering plants. The majority of the species are native to the Americas and Asia. Okay. Verbena has been long associated with the divine. This is what I'm saying, this is divine energy, okay? Divine and other supernatural forces. Oh my goodness gracious me. I want to show you some pictures of it. You must have seen it. Okay, let's have a look. Oh, vervain is one of them. There's lots of different kinds because there's like 250 species of them. But it's things like, it's things like, is it sage? Let's have a look at this one. Can't really see it, to be honest. I want to find you a picture of it so you know the stuff that I'm talking about, but I can't find a nice picture of it. I suppose it's not the kind of stuff that pictures that... all this stuff. No, stop it. Sorry, I'm so damn unprofessional, aren't I, on my phone doing a reading? But I want to show you. They just had a really nice picture of it as well. It's so sad, it had a little butterfly on it and everything. You can go back to the butterfly one. I don't even know if you get it where you guys live. I don't know whether it's everywhere. I've certainly seen it in this country, but I don't know whether. It's this stuff. It's that kind of stuff. If you could, oh my gosh, you can't even see it after all that. There you go. Can you see it? It's that stuff. It looks more purple to you. Look. Oh, it's got a little bumblebee on it. How cute is that? Can you see? There you go. It's so damn professional. I'm sorry. But I just wanted you to see. So that's it. It's like the smell of this stuff is basically, yeah, okay. Going back to it. God, I'm too overexcited today. To conquer a rival, you must change tactics and perspective, taking a retreat and then staging a surprise attack. Okay, so there you go. We're back to that again. We are being divinely guided, I think. I think we are surrounded by awesome energy. We have this Ace of Pentacles, which is an Ace of Cups as well. We're going to have stability and financial security, but we need to review the past and present. Let the past go. Understand your life purpose, which is this guy walking through on his path. Okay? Focus on what is important. Whatever this opportunity is, whatever is being handed to you this week, that's going to bring you long-term stability and security, you need to focus on it. Okay, you need to focus on it. This person may come back in, you can choose what you want to do with them. I don't think they are your long-term stability and security. I think this is about something completely different. Okay, I think they may come back in, you can do whatever you want with them, but do not lose focus. Yeah, they can be one of these other pentacles if you want. Yeah, you can have that passion with them if you want. But don't forget that you're on a path and you're focused on something. And don't forget that this person gave you sleepless nights and 10 of Wands and all of that stuff. Do not step off your path for someone who has done that to you in the past. Look, this is why you are on equal terms with them, is because basically you've elevated yourself. You've worked hard, you've made decisions, you've done things since then that has actually picked you back up again. Do not step back off your horse in order to meet them, because otherwise you will be one of these little people. Okay, and you will be up to their knee and you'll be back in the same situation that you were in before, so don't do it. Okay, right, that's me. I'm going now, and I'm probably going to go and have a drink of water to see if I can get some of this caffeine out of my system. And I will speak to you. We've got the last week of February to do it, and then I've got March to do. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start doing videos at a certain time. I'm going to release them all at once. So I'm going to set them all up, I'm going to do them, I'm going to set them all up, and then I'm just going to make them all public at once so everyone gets all of them at once. I will do that on the Friday. So if I do it on the Friday for the following week, if you want me to do it any sooner or whatever, let me know. And then the monthlies for the following week. When will I do them? What date is it today? It's 14. Maybe I'll do those on the 20th for the following month. And then again, I will do them and then I will release them all at once. And then you're not getting constant kind of like, you'll just get something saying, right, these videos will all come out at once. Rather than getting constant kind of like when you're subscribed. If you can follow on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram, I would very, very much appreciate it. As always, like, share, subscribe and comment. So silly having to say that, but it is really important. My son showed me a video the other day. It was like this Korean guy. It was hilarious the way he did it. And I would do this, and it's like this Korean guy sitting there watching YouTube or whatever. I'm going, I really like this person. They're amazing. Oh, wow, their content is so good. Blah, blah, blah. I really wish that I could kind of tell them that, or that I could know when they've got new videos coming out, or tell them that I like it. But there's no way to do that. And then the guy goes, like, share and subscribe, and this Korean guy just goes, oh! And it's amazing. It's so hilariously funny. And that's kind of like why I had to go, yeah, actually, fair enough. But yeah, really good. I'm going to shut up now and go away and leave you alone because I'm feeling quite hyper. And I will speak to you very, very soon. So much love to you. So much love to you. And thank you again for your amazing views. I love every single person who has viewed that video. And everyone who has viewed this one too. And everyone's viewed all of them, actually. I'm going now. Love you. Bye-bye.